the final game of tonight. I am EG to your feed, and joining me is Rapid Casting. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. I gotta say, out of all of the games tonight, we've seen some even matches, seen some one-sided stomps, but in this last game of the night, it all comes down to this. New World Eclipse going up against GGLA. Keep in mind, as after things started out, both of these teams, I mean, they weren't really expected to perform very well, but they have defied all odds. And New World Eclipse 4-2, GGLA 3-3 coming into this match. I have some pretty big things to bring out here. We talked a little bit earlier about Umashi actually leaving the team, the sort of the founder, the brain behind the operation, bringing in Ultima Zero. This guy is he's just a monster. So many champions in his roster, but keep in mind, you got to watch out for his Akali. It's absolutely huge, and Quas is no different. He has an Aatrox, the likes of which the world has never seen, and that's the second ban coming out from GGLA. No surprises there.
No one wants to see that one. While on the side of New World Eclipse, we have Twisted Fate and Elise being banned out. Don't want to have that global pressure coming in from Twisted Fate, as well as Elise being the balanced champion that she is with that repel, and having those Spiderlings do a little bit of damage. She has some sustain. She has Neurotoxin, Venomous Bite, based on the current and missing HP that you have. Nace is going to be the final ban, targeted out of Wapachang. He always plays that one. That is his go-to jungler. And the final ban coming in from the side of GGLA will be that Nunu. And that did leave Thresh open, and we see Ultima Zero gonna look to hover over that one. Actually, just take it for Bunny Fufu on that support.
And that's the thing, picking the support early is the great thing, because when you do it, you don't give away any of your picks. You grab away one of the strongest supports in the game, and you leave yourself open for some counter pick opportunities later on. And like I was talking about with Ultima Zero, he's a great Akali player, and we saw this actually when TBD let Westrice play Akali. You actually have to pick that very far down in the matchups, because otherwise you open yourself up to getting countered out really, really badly. So yeah. Going into this, I gotta say, looking for some big plays out of those top laners. It's probably going to be our featured matchups, but with Thresh going down, we're probably going to see a Name coming out from NWE.
Yeah, we could see that one come out, as we do have Lee Sin and Twitch being taken for the side of New World Eclipse. We're going to have Miriam going on that one, and did he say it was Mai or Mei?
I'm pretty sure it's My Y.
My Y.
Yeah.
My Y.
We're actually... Yeah, we're actually just trolling him super hard, because this is actually JD Wu. If you guys remember him, he was the jungler for NWE, but he actually switched to support for a while. But actually, Quas is back in the support role, so JD Wu's back in the jungle. So I'm probably gonna call him JD Wu, but he said he wanted us to call him Maiwai, or Miwi. There we go. We'll go with Miwi. In the jungle, because he thought that was, probably the coolest name ever. So Miwi in the jungle, he's a Lee Sin god, and Scuba Chris, I hope he's watching out there, because he's about to take some lessons. JD Wu back in the jungle, good to see him there on his favorite champion in that Lee Sin.
That's it's a pretty big expectation for him to fill, comparing him to Scuba Chris. We'll see if he can fill that one. As Ezreal Cassidy gonna be locked in for the side of GGLA, gonna most likely have Easy on that Cassidy and a Thresh Ezreal in that bot lane, so could potentially see a blue build Ezreal coming from GGLA. Gonna look to kite as much as possible, as Cassidy is pretty good with that one. Does have the shift to run away, does have the slow and silence, while we see New World Eclipse locking in Fiddlesticks and Jace.
Yeah, Jace getting locked in here, even after the nerfs. Very, very strong poke, and an equally strong solo laner, even before everything gets started. But a Cassidy pick, as well as an Ezreal, very jump happy. And if we actually see a lock-in on this Ashe, that's going to make it a double AD composition. What are we... Wait, is that a top lane Ezreal? I mean, we have Cassidy, so I'm not sure exactly where that's going.
Jungle Ezreal, top lane Jarvan? You can only hope.
One can only dream. This composition from GGLA gonna be next level in one way or another. And WE kind of playing this a little bit more standard. You have a Fiddlesticks, so expect to see that on Quas and support. But Probasiri runs just about everything in the jungle, so could actually see that one of our first. I think this would be the very first jungle Fiddlesticks of MCS.
Yeah, could be a jungle Fiddlesticks coming in. Could see the top lane Lee Sin. Quas waiting to pick up that one. Could have support Fiddlesticks as well. We could see that one. And I'm interested to see where that Ezreal is going to go. Maybe top lane? I think it's going to be top lane Ezreal.
You know, that is entirely possible. I think the biggest deal to watch out for that Ezreal is which position it fills. I mean, you can actually see a lot of mid lane Ashes. I mean, mid lane Ash is the emblem of Season 1. I mean, 80 carries went middle lane. It didn't get much more standard than Ash. That was just the thing. But really, you didn't see it too much afterwards. So we have Ashe and Ezreal in the same game. We have some good initiate from that Ashe arrow, but I'm not really seeing the synergy here. I mean, double AD, it's great at pushing and poking and doing crazy stuff like that, but I don't know how this is going to work out.
Just waiting for them to get their swaps done as we see it's going to be a jungle Jarvan. Okay, we're good. Going to be a top lane Kassadin, mid lane Ezreal, and Ashe Thresh bot lane, while on the side of New World Eclipse, they didn't line up, unfortunately. That's going to be a support Fiddlesticks with a Twitch, jungle Lee Sin, mid lane, I forget who's mid and who's top for the side of New World Eclipse. I think it's going to be mid lane Jace and top lane Zed, unless Quas is mid, and I'm just mixing it up completely. I think Rapid will correct me if I'm wrong. We'll see.
Yeah, it shouldn't actually be too different from that. The interesting thing to notice is that Kassadin, like, he has a kit built entirely around never being top lane, and especially in the early 6 levels, it's just going to be horrible. Shousters will be playing that Jace in the mid lane, and it's actually going to be Quas in the top lane on Zed. And this is actually a lineup or a matchup that you'd actually see pretty commonly in that mid lane. The difference is that you're playing at top. Top is so much easier to gank, and unless we see some really crazy early ward coverage and very safe play from Ultima Zero, this is kind of next level. I mean, you think about champions that just do not go top, and Kassadin pretty much on that list, so it will definitely be something to watch out for as the game progresses.
Yeah, and let's see. The lane matchups of Thresh Ashe going up against Twitch Fiddlesticks. I kind of want to give it in favor to Ashe with that crit passive, as well as Thresh having the Death Sentence and the Flay to completely dislodge and mess with how you're placed. But Fiddlesticks has the response with that Fear, the Silence from the Dark Wind, and a Drain to sustain a little bit if he can survive through some of the CC. Twitch having that really good early game damage with the Expunge and that passive from the Poison doing that true damage. Could we suspect a lane swap? As we've seen pretty much every game.
Yeah, I would expect to see that, and especially that's the bad thing about Kassadin, because even though he does win some matchups in the mid lane, all you do is 2v1 him, and then you just can't really do anything. So expect to see some crazy lanes here, because Kassadin, you want to micro him into, or you want to like kind of, I guess, macro him into a lane where he can actually succeed, where he can farm, where he can get to level 6, because once he gets to level 6, it doesn't matter what lane he's in, he can roam, he can pick up kills, he's very mobile and great at being that assassin. So we'll have to see how that works out as the game progresses. For right now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, it's the last game of the night here in Day 1, Week 4 of the Mobafire Challenger Series, as Gold Gaming Los Angeles take on New World Eclipse.
Don't forget to support the sponsors, iBuyPower, Fatality Gaming Gear, and Razor Academy. We'll be right back. Stay tuned and enjoy. Welcome back, everybody, to the final game for tonight, being GGLA going up against New World Eclipse. I am EGODR Feed, and joining me is Rapid Casting for this final game of the night.
It's good to be here, man. 4 games down. 5th game looking to be one of the best of the evening. I mean, we've seen some stomps, we've seen some even games, but getting into what is going to be, I don't know, I just can't speak impressively enough about both of these teams. GGLA, they were very well crafted coming into this, but with a little bit of a lineup change, and especially a very different, difficult lineup here tonight. It's, I don't know, the champion choice is very unique, but going up against New World Eclipse, these guys are kind of the superheroes coming out of nowhere. Huge plays, great team. Individual skill cap is so high. Like, WTF, these guys are amazing. And seeing things kind of mixed up here, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams decide to handle their lanes. Because we talked about the Kassadin, it's going to go top lane theoretically, but we could see these lanes absolutely anywhere.
Yep, and we do have a lot of ward coverage coming out from the side of New World Eclipse. They have 3 wards currently on the map. There's one at the entrance towards the mid lane, there's one at the red, and one at the entrance towards Golems. We could see GGLA walk through those as they are looking to try to counter invade New World Eclipse, but New World Eclipse, reading everybody's mind, going for their own red buff at this point, looking to flank around that one. So I don't think we're going to see any crazy action go down like I normally like to see, but just going to be maybe a passive start coming out while New World Eclipse looking to go towards the blue buff.
Yeah, that's kind of the counter strat. It's like, well, we're gonna invade you and then take our own buff. So a big surprise there. This will be a late invade by 4 members of New World Eclipse. This is not going to go well for Wappa Chang. There's about to be some serious offense coming out. NWE looking to go in.
Ooh, there's 4 members coming in right now. They're gonna look to go Wappa Chang. There's the Resonating Strike coming in. The fear goes out from Fiddlesticks right now. They pick up that kill. Xiao takes that one down. And they're going on to easy right now. A lot of damage coming in from Xiao. Gonna try to poke them down with a Mystic Shot, and that is gonna set Wappa Chang back a mile.
Yeah, because not only is he losing one of his own buffs, but that can actually take away the other one, and especially with those 2 wards placed very aggressively during that level 1, and WE are going to know exactly when he wants to go for that.
Yeah, and now we're going to have a really easy start coming in from the side of, I don't know how to say his name, I'm just going to call him Siri, as the last 4 letters do spare that one out, and now he's going to get his red buff, while we see Wappa Chang going towards his red buff. And yeah, the lane swap was initiated from the side of New World Eclipse. Ultimate 0 on that Kassadin is not going to have a good time.
Yeah, and Probasiri gonna take that one away, and keep in mind that was actually warded as well by GGLA. So both junglers kind of aware of where the other is. Wappa Chang gonna have a little bit of a rough start. He will only hit level 2 as just now finishing off his first buff. Pretty low in that jungle path too. So I don't know. Going for double golems this early is never what you want to have happen as a jungler, because double golems are so devastating to take down. But ultimate 0 top lane. Sweet lord, the damages.
That was almost a 5 stack from... Oh no, that was actually almost a 6 stack with the full stacks from that poison from Twitch. That would have done a tremendous amount of damage when it was fully stacked. And it actually forced him out of lane, so Ultimate 0 still level 1. Gonna be zoned away, denied a bunch of waves, while Quas in that bot lane for New World Eclipse is gonna be able to hold and try to soak up as much XP from that while getting poked, but gonna be in a much better spot. Wappa Chang gonna look to get initiated on here. He drops the Tempest, gets the cripple, drops the Resonating Strike, picks him up. Siri invading and then taking advantage of a level 2 Wappa Chang, currently level 4, does steal away the red buff, gets a refresh on that one, and looking like a good start for New World Eclipse.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much better than the flash, the fear, the continual aggression. There's no more flashes. The exhaust is down as well. The dives. I have never seen more massive manliness. MeWe making a name for himself with that new lane. Bottom lane, though, the grabs go in from Bunny Fufu.
Slow coming out from that Zed. They do just back off if they both get flayed. Siri not being able to get on that one. And the top tier 1 turret does fall at that 4-minute and 10-second mark for another Eclipse, and we could look to see them rotate towards mid or bot to help shove out towers once again, while Kassadin is still level 1. Wow.
So, the Kassadin top lane, it was kind of like this when I remember seeing Hotshot GG try to run Karthus top lane for CLG and LCS. He kind of just got dove over and over again. They got super fed, and then he kind of didn't do anything the rest of the game. I mean, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here to Ultima 0. He's probably practiced this before. I'd like to think so, but he's going to have a really rough time, because now we're going to see the lane swap the dual lane, they took the tower, they picked up kills, and now they're going right down bottom. And if you want to have a dual lane against that, then, you know, that's cool and everything, but they're going to be pretty far behind.
Yep, and now we see the swap coming out from the side of New World Eclipse, looking to get onto Ullum, throws out that Venomous Cast, does use Expunge, gonna poke away at him. Ullum not having too many potions, or not having any potions actually, as he has not gone back just yet. Looking at the 36 CS to the 27 of Twitch, and just farming up a storm, as he is going to be able to lifesteal off his Vampiric Scepter, that Longsword, and Doran's Blade. Got some potions on him as well. We see Quas going up against Ultima Zero, gonna throw out that Null Sphere, gonna poke away at him. Saw Siri making a motion towards that mid. Fear comes out, Lantern comes out, this Dark Wind's gonna deny him from going in. Death Sentence connects, they're going in on the Ultima Zero up top. Quas forcing the flash out of him. Quas gonna look to chase this one down, does not have Shuriken just yet, and Ultima Zero gonna juke him out and go up top instead. Nobody would ever guess that. And now we have Dragon being started from the side of New World Eclipse, as Siri gonna go for that one for his team. Gonna take that one up, and they're gonna most likely switch aggro.
And once you get this far ahead in a game, NWE, they know exactly what to do. And this is very Cloud9-esque, because they never just get an advantage and say, okay, we got an advantage, it's business as usual. And they're like, hey, once we get a kill, we're going to capitalize on that, because it's less about the kill and it's more about what you do with that. And what NWE are doing that is actually twofold. Not only have they picked up those kills top lane, they took the turret off the back of those kills, and then they immediately rotated and made a play off of that, because they were snowballing the advantage they had in top lane down to bottom lane, and you can still see Ultima Zero. He is a Kassadin with a Ruby Crystal.
Probably gonna go for that Catalyst. Maybe look to make his Rod of Ages. Quas going in though, not scared of anything Kassadin can throw at him. Wappa Chang though might have something to say, as he just looks to go into the lane and soak up as much XP as he can, as he is really far behind that Lee Sin at this point. Still level 4. He's gonna look to hit the level 6 point soon. Wappa Chang sitting in lane, gonna force the poke. But there's Siri coming in right now, throws the shadow, does not land the slow. Gonna go into Ultima Zero, the Resonating Strike kick comes in. Tempest Cripple gonna be applied. Quas gonna look to chase this one down. Flash coming in from Siri, picks up the kill. And now they're gonna deny Ultima Zero a lot more and keep shoving in that lane.
Yeah, Quas actually could have gotten that with a Shuriken in just like another couple seconds, but Lee Sin go for the kill, confirm, takes him down. It's gonna be a really rough lane. I don't actually think, see, there's no place on the map for Ultima Zero right now. He can't deal damage to anything, so it's not like he can jungle. He started out with pretty heavy AP, but he hasn't actually picked up any AP off the back of that. And so double AD, it only works well if there's nothing to keep your opponents from just running at you. And I don't know, right now that's definitely something that an NW can do it just basically about any lane.
Yeah, and we saw the blue buff getting stolen away. They are pinging on that one, knowing that they are in that brush. They were pinging on a Kassadin. Looks like they were going to try to go for him, while Bunny Fufu getting applied a lot of harassment from that Venomous Cast and Expunge. We see Siri and Quas, both level 6 at this point, being spotted up by that ward. We see as Wappa Chang to stop that back. Xiao pushing this mid lane, doing fairly well against that Ezreal, forcing him back underneath the turret. They're just going to keep farming, stacking the tiers, look to go for Miramana. Both of them, and just so far, heavily in favor of New World Eclipse, showing a pretty strong counter jungle game.
They're showing a pretty strong everything game. I mean, they already took down the first dragon of the game at around the 5-minute mark. We've seen like 2 or 3 5-minute dragons already today, so a little bit of a shift in meta. You just take the advantage and do whatever you can. There's a death bar going in onto Ultima Zero, hits the R again.
He's level 4. That's not even fair, man. That's just sad. When a Kassadin is behind that far, he's 3 levels behind his opponent when being shoved into a 2v1 and getting dove consistently. It's so hard to come back from that one. He's trying to build his Catalyst, trying to get his Rod of Ages, trying to get tanky, trying to help his team out a little bit, but Quas just being a bully, not letting him come back into this one, and just denying him completely, as you can see. Ultima Zero is currently 0-3 on that Kassadin.
And it feels like he's 0 and, well, a larger number than 3. He's losing minions to turret. He's going to have his work cut out for him. He's going to probably hit level 5. I mean, level 6 is going to be cool, but right now he can't actually fulfill his purpose in the game as a champion. He's going to look to be that assassin. Actually hasn't picked up even a Tear of the Goddess, which at least he would have been able to stack up. Yeah, just going straight for that Catalyst to Protector. Going to be a little bit of a while until he can complete that. Probably a huge understatement.
It's gonna be a long time. He's at 16 CS to the opposing 61 of Zed at this point, really far behind. We see 0-3. Flash Fear coming in from Ullum. I mean, going out to Ullum. The exhaust comes in. Siri comes in. Crowstorm gets channel. Gets denied by the Flay. Arrow goes through. Siri gonna get taken down. Oh no, actually he just lives barely. The True Shot Rush comes across, picks him up. Easy gets that kill. Siri gets taken down. Not gonna let him escape there. First kill for the side of GGLA. They actually pick it up. Easy getting that one from the mid lane.
Oh no.
What a good snipe.
Easy. Poor Easy. The play is about to go down. Quas taking up the turret. Goes for the death mark. Follows him over the wall.
Wow, it just keeps following through. The Shock Blast does not connect. He does get popped by that death mark. The Ignite and the auto attacks will pick him up. Quas just extending his lead. They pick up the mid tier 1. And a good showing so far from New World Eclipse. But GGLA is trying to respond, trying to keep on pressuring what they can and farming up as much as possible and try to bring it to late game. As Kassadin, not known for his early game, but can be a force to be reckoned with in that late game. As well as Ashe and Ezreal. Double AD composition is pretty annoying to deal with, especially when Ashe can start kiting you, especially with blue build Ezreal.
Wapachang getting in there, trying to stop the secondary middle turret from going out, but off of one spell combo by Quas, takes him down to half HP. This guy, you might not have heard of him before, but I don't know. I have yet to see a champion that he plays not do well. And really, the only losses, keep in mind, I mean, we talked about TBD, how they were so good, so far ahead in MCS, but actually hasn't been all that, undefeated. NWE, their only losses coming to the top 2 teams, but going in there, oh my goodness. That was close.
We see Siri taking his red buff. We see Xiao was pressuring that mid lane, almost getting caught up by the Death Sentence. We see that tier 1 turret gonna go down. Miriam doing a lot of damage, has his Blade of the Ruined King currently. Gonna look to take that one down as Bunny Fufu, excuse me. Gleeglarbu was playing that the other game, and now just having them take all 3 tier 1 turrets, looking to pressure onto these tier 2 as Siri gonna go in and whoop, takes down the turret, walks away towards the lane, and now it's 4 turrets to 0 currently in favor of New World Eclipse. Niwi, Niwi, I don't know. I can't say his name. Miwi?
It's Miwi. So, yeah, Miwi walking in there almost got kind of quote-unquote caught out, but when your support is actually the same level as your top laner,
he's gonna caught out.
Slightly difficult. Yeah, he is gonna get dunked on there. Wapachang trying to make it happen, flashes out though.
Blade of the Ruined King to heal him up a little bit. Wapachang flashing to get the kill. We see a safeguard combination coming in from Siri to get out of there. And Miriam walked in with that stealth activated in the ambush. Walked straight into a pink ward, gets that sentence, and they caught him out. So GGLA responding pretty well.
It would appear as if it were GGLA that were ambushing him. Nice turnaround there. Gonna go for their second dragon of the game at only the 12-minute mark. So very, very early dragons coming out for NWE. Snowballing their lead, picking up global objectives across the board. Basically nothing they can't do.
Oh, that was a great play. Holy crap. They let him go over, but Crowstorm coming in. Deathmark going into the Wapachang. He gets popped, gets taken down, and as I was saying, that play before was really good. He went in with the EQ combination, took the lantern back out, could not get the smite, but the follow-up from the side of New World Eclipse chased him down, took him out, and they get the kill and a dragon.
All right, so I mean, it's a nice play, but still the dragon, the global gold, all going into NWE. You can see it's 13 minutes into the game, and we're looking at an 8,000 gold lead. It's double AD, and really, I mean, there's a BF sword and pickaxe on Ashe. She's gonna be hitting that Infinity Edge. We got Miriam actually getting hooked out there. Bunny Poo goes for the invisible hook, hits it. Miriam in trouble once again.
Yeah, getting chased down. That Null Sphere does connect. He's at about 300 HP, just gonna waddle his way out of that one on that medieval Twitch skin. And we see Wapachang does not get the EQ combination to go into Mirrors, and they're all going for him. Null Sphere from the flash from Ultima Zero picks up that kill, and Miriam not having a good time at this point. Just keeps getting chased and taken out.
Yeah, kind of going in there a little too aggressively. Can't quite overextend that far just yet. I mean, throws are still possible, and GGLA, I mean, they picked up a couple kills in a row, and all on that AD carry, but NWE, they're waiting. NWE, please.
Wapachang getting completely blown up right there. Fear goes in. Dark Wind connects as well. Can't click on that lantern, and it does end up expiring. Triple kill for Xiao. They take him out. Flash coming in from Quas, gonna slow him down. Safeguard going in. Doesn't have any energy to do anything just yet. Siri gonna have Quas walk through that wall. They are going through the minions. Siri not going through. Death Sentence trying to connect. Shock Blast going through as well, but doesn't connect. And they're going to look to push the tier 2 in this top lane while Easy trying to get a turret for his team. Going to poke away at Miriam and just having him hold. They do take the turret in the bot lane. Second tier 2 of the game going in favor of New World Eclipse. Currently 5 turrets to 0. New World Eclipse leading with about a 10,000 gold lead, 11 kills to 3. Currently 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah, this is starting to get a little out of hand. And by a little, I mean a lot. 10,000 gold lead, like you just said. Where's Miriam? He's out there. First person, most forward member of NWE right now. He's at the red buff. There's nowhere he can't go, except that's not actually true. He's tried to overextend a couple of places and has gotten taken out, but with that fresh red buff, he's actually just lying in wait, waiting to see if there's anybody that's going to come over and check it. Gets out alive. Pretty happy about that himself.
Yep, see the wave clear coming in from that true shot barrage. Doesn't really kill too much. He built the Bloodthirster first, going to try to sustain and dish out a ton of damage when he does get that one stacked up. Oracles for Maui, going to take that one down. Now going to clear out wards as much as possible. They have the red buff on Miriam. They are pinging that they are over there. There is the stealth coming in from the ambush, as Maui can like to clear out wards if he can. And now we have a 5-man group going on the bot lane from the side of New World Eclipse.
All right, well, I don't really think there's anything that's going to stop New World Eclipse. I mean, we saw them pick off Miriam a couple times, but to be honest, when it comes to pushing just straight up, and you have that AD, really, it's 1 AD to 2, but I think you can basically say that Miriam, he can probably 2v1 those ADs right now, so it's a little bit of a different philosophy. For GGLA, they're just saying, hey, we have 2 ADs, one of them is going to do well, if not both of them, and we're going to be able to push really well and poke it out. But with Maroon, he's just saying, hey, we don't need 2 ADs when we know that I'm going to do really well. And at the same time, also able to poke things out with that Jace, fulfilling kind of the same possibility.
Yeah, and now we do see everybody going in through that gate. There's a Crow Storm being channeled by Maui. Goes in, Flash Sphere on the easy. There's a Death Mark. He just gets completely focused down, just chunked. Wappa Chain gets taken down next by Miriam. And that turret not long for this world will get auto attack down. The ambush and the attack speed going in on him. Shock Blast going through, not connecting though. Inhibitor is gonna go down at 17 minutes into this game as Ultima Zero gets the tier 1 up top.
All right, well, Ultima Zero, he's going to say Worth win out his lane. It does have that Catalyst of Protector. It's going back with 1,700 gold in his inventory, finishing out that Rod of Ages. He's going to get some free stats from that stacking up, so I mean, not all that bad, but he's 1-4 with 77 CS versus a Zed that is 30 CS ahead of him, 40 CS ahead of him, as well as with the crazy itemization.
Yeah, this is gonna be one hell of a climb for GGLA if they want to keep trying to hold this one off. Inhibitor down at 17 minutes is pretty hard to deal with when your AD carry doesn't even have one single item finished. Being him building towards that Infinity's Edge, being Olum on that Ashe. Bloodthirster is still finished for easy, and they keep trying to stack that one up. Miriam gonna get another red buff for himself, and it could potentially see them look to go for Baron or push down mid or top.
Yeah, really a lot of choices here for NWE. They can. I mean, there's nothing they really can't do. You do see pink wards placed in that little tiny bush, and then right outside their base in the bottom lane, just waiting to try to catch out Miriam. I think he's kind of learned his lesson, goes back, picks up a BF sword. I'm not sure what exactly he's building onto, that dagger and BF sword, but we're looking to go for a bunch of things at once. Maybe just saying, hey, I need my power now, because, to be honest, it's 18 minutes in, and the game's looking about over.
Yeah, do see the side of New World Eclipse looking to maybe close this one out, or just go for some swag points, get some kills, and back out, which would be pretty delayed. But we do have them not go for Baron, as Baron is the new magnet. Could potentially be the turning point, if anything. Crazy did go down, but buffs going to be stolen away. New World Eclipse going to secure those and look to go towards top, as the tier 2 there is gone. They're looking to push onto the tier 3 and the inhibitor. And yeah, just New World Eclipse in a completely dominating fashion as they head towards Baron. Maybe?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they can do whatever they want. So going off towards Baron is sort of the nail in the coffin. I mean, that expression, fairly accurate. I feel that GGLA have kind of climbed in already, just kind of waiting for the end. Ezreal comes on, it's going to do some damage, but really not a whole lot. And from Siri, taking down dangerously, though, he's going to have to back out, just getting in there for the smite. Smites it early, and will still be the Baron going over to New World Eclipse.
Yeah, 19-minute Baron going in favor of New World Eclipse. Looking to maybe close this one out, as it is about a 12.5k gold advantage for the side of New World Eclipse. Oracles let's take out that ward and gonna go buy their final items and maybe look to push to either secure the game, or maybe we'll see GGLA hold out and make a miraculous defense.
I mean, miraculous defenses are cool and everything, but I think this is a little bit beyond miracles. I mean, GGLA aren't called God Gaming Los Angeles, so we'll have to see if they can, I don't know, turn things around, maybe stall out for a 20-minute surrender, because it's definitely getting on to that level.
Oh, he flash smited it with no vision. God Gaming LA.
Wappa Chang's the man. This
God Chang.
What can you say? Yeah, yes, God Chang indeed.
Well then, that was interesting.
I don't really know what to say. I mean, NWE really all they can do right now is just surrender. I mean, because after that play, it's over.
Well, they get a little bit of gold for them. Maybe they'll finish off some items of that one, as not even Spear the Ancient Golem finish for Jarvan. He has that locked in the Ancillary, gonna try to give his team that shield. But, there is a bit of a CS differential, though. GGLA is ahead. They have easy 3 ahead of Jace, it's not much, but 44 ahead for Ashe against Miriam.
Alright, well, going in bottom lane, Quas is 2v1ing. Oh, man, drops the Death Mark immediately onto Ultima Zero. Kinda punishes him for that decision-making just a little bit. It's just like, look, I don't think you understand his basis is. Hook goes out, Bunny Fufu pulling in MeWe, but not a whole lot going down off the back of that, except for the last outer turret of the game.
Yeah, Wappa Chang getting feared, gets silenced. There's the insect play coming in, takes him out. Wappa Chang gets melted from this earth. There's the spray and pray coming in from Miriam, gonna do a lot of damage, throws at the cast, but a flash will keep Easy alive, as well as Bunny Fufu doesn't eat the shock blast, will stay alive through that one. 2 inhibitors down, and New World Eclipse with that Baron, gonna try to regen as much as possible, and possibly look to take game 5 in a very convincing fashion. Olem trying to defend this one, volley coming through, shock blast does connect, chunks him down to about half. Easy poking and prodding. Quas does not have the ulti just yet, is about to come off cooldown. Well, let's see if they want to take that one away, but just gonna go back and be content with taking an inhibitor.
Alright, well, we are going to see that inhib go down. Really only that mid lane left standing for GGLA. I mean, it's cool to pick up flash dragons and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's going to be a little bit rough to see them come back too far from that. Backing on out, Baron buff still on NWE. They're just going to go back by their last round of items. They're going to try to complete things out. We've seen a lot of different Lee Sin builds over the course of the day, but Improper Siri actually going to go for that Locket of the Iron Solaris, similar to what we saw Quas do, or not Quas, but Inox do a little bit earlier on. MeWe actually the one to solo away that red buff, so he's like, guys, I'll be back in base in a second. I just got to go on a secret backdoor mission, able to take that away.
Yep, and we'll see if the backdoor mission does come to fruition, as the super minions are going to be pretty troublesome. We do have Wappa Chang and regroup it up mid. Miriam going to take the race, and now they're rotating down towards that open inhibitor in the bot lane. And we will see if they can go for that one more. Shao grabs a buff for himself, has an Oracles. Going to chunk that one away. How close is he to a Miriam mana? As he is only 100 stacks away. Not 100 stacks, but 100 points of mana away from that one. And now we're just going to wait for the inevitable push from New World Eclipse.
Alright, so this is coming down there, taking out the bottom inhibitor, and be there sort of ticket in onto the Nexus. Maroon unstealthing, gonna get that attack speed down. We've noticed that, I don't know, his itemization is a little bit odd, but going straight for that Phantom Dancer. Just took a little bit of a pit stop for BF Sword. Now NWE, they don't want to do this too overzealously. Just gonna go take it a little bit of a safe way, take down that middle inhibitor next, and it does look like they've crossed everything else off the shopping list, and in the grocery store of victory, only the last inhibitor remains.
And they do end up checking that one out. 3 inhibitors down. There was a 3-for-1 deal. Flash Fear coming in. They do go on easy. Deathmark gets popped. He gets popped. Cataclysm coming in. Arrow going down. Descent is connected to Miriam. Flash the Crowstorm going through as MeWe trying to take anybody that he can. They do try to hold this on off. GGLA is poking and prodding, taking down New World Eclipse pretty low. But New World Eclipse not caring too much, locking the air, so he gets popped. They do take the turret. EQ combination coming in, gonna knock up 3, but there's the Fear going down. They're gonna kick him into the team, and Miriam gonna try to take this one kill. He does, while it looks like Shao going in, does get ignited. Flash, auto attack coming in with a crit from Olem will take that kill, and this is gonna be GG for New World Eclipse. They're gonna take it in the final game of the night against GGLA in fairly dominating fashion.
Absolutely dominating fashion. The one kill that Ultima Zero got is a mystery to me, because top lane Cassidy not quite working out for GGLA, and that will give NWE their 5th win of MCS. It takes them up into a tie in third place. So wins from Denial and NWE keep them tied and still raise them in the standings. GGLA having a little bit of an issue, need to maybe rework their team composition. They will fall to NWE in our last game of the night. That is going to do it for us here at MCS Esports. You guys, I don't know, had an interesting trip through the games today.
Yeah. First, we couldn't see complexity as there was a spectator bug. Second, pretty good game. That one was played through. Third, Tower Dive TV. I know, not Tower Dive TV. I just blanked out on the matches. We saw TDTV in the fourth game lose a member as he did disconnect the entire game. And then the final game for New World Eclipse being a complete dominating fashion for them against GGLA, and yeah, pretty good games. Well, yeah, this is gonna be.
So... Oh, sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you. I was just like, wait a second. I should start talking now. That's probably a bad idea. But that is going to do it for us for tonight. Once again, do want to give out a huge shout out to our sponsors, iBuyPower, making this whole prize pool possible. These teams are playing for over $10,000 in money, cash prizes, and also sponsored prizes from our other sponsors in Fatality Gaming Gear as well as Razor Academy. So I got to thank them for supporting the Mobafire Challenger Series and just the Challenger scene in North America. But if you guys want to actually go ahead and help support us even more, you can head over to mcsesports.com to not only check out a lot of information and detailed stats on all the teams, but also head over to mcsesports.com/tips to give us a little bit of feedback on how you guys are liking the show, the casters. If you want to do that in a monetary form, leave us a tip over there. We certainly appreciate it.